Hello there, welcome friends, it is RD once again coming at you with even more unwatchable content and another video no one is gonna watch. But if you are one of the no ones who has chosen to watch RD, today's video no one is going to watch is a short and sweet, something I am testing and trialing here on my channel. Short and sweet videos will hopefully be a little less than 20 minutes long, aiming sort of between 10 and 20 minutes. And what the purpose of this is to act as a quick little highlight to some agendas or information or newsworthy events that I do think that warrants some attention and is provided in an easy, digestible, palatable edition of No One Watches RD, rather than the lengthy extremities of having to watch a 3, 4, sometimes 5-hour-long stream of endless reading of articles, PDFs, government documents, etc., yada yada, whoop-de-woo, ray-tay-tay. But this short and sweet video is about the National Mass Care Strategy, a national level emergency exercise, Keystone 6, about to take place at the end of the month of May 2024, about 2.5 weeks away at the time of recording. And because it is rapidly approaching, I wanted to make this short and sweet video to draw attention to the National Mass Care Strategy, a national level emergency exercise that is going to be taking place in a very, very short while. And it does seem a little bit, is this emergency exercise a drill, a training routine about to happen, or are they putting everything in place they need for a clear up operation? And it sounds like a loud truck is approaching to provide some noise pollution. Forgive me there, can't always guarantee silence during the daytime, and I do tend to record when I can record. But mass care services, there. Do we need to go back to the top of the bottom? No, we don't. Sorry, I should have been a little bit more organized. The noisy truck did distract me slightly. But here is an announcement. As I said, it is going to be a short and sweet. We're not going to delve too much into this other than draw attention and surface skim these reviews and short articles, just to highlight that there is a national mass level emergency exercise about to take place across the United States. There are already drills and training exercises as part of this 4-year event, the national level exercise. It is a sort of big festival of preparedness exercises and drills, and sometimes drills do go live. But this starts out by saying that the use of mass care task forces March 2024. So this has actually been and gone, guys. This is over a month away. But this document provided best practices and relevant guidance procedures, checklists and job aids for the use of task force in mass care. And the audience for this document includes federal, state, local, tribal and territorial emergency management agencies, as well as non-governmental governmental organizations and private sector entities involved of the coordination of mass care services during a disaster. Hyperlink there to click on more information. This again is very interested and warrants attention and paying attention to, guys. FEMA has actually reformed its disaster assistance, and forgive me, there is now a noisy dog barking on a balcony close by. Again, guys, cannot control noise pollution outside of the parameters of my household. But FEMA has reformed its disaster assistance to help survivors. And the Federal Emergency Management Agency, our fine friends FEMA, have published an interim final rule amending its regulations governing the individual assistance program to increase equity by simplifying the processes, speeding things up. No need for long lines and queues. Let's remove some of the hurdles and obstacles and bureaucracy that is part and parcel of applying for FEMA assistance, and let it be as accessible as possible and as quick and swift as we can make it in order to assist and aid survivors of a disaster scenario. And this removes barriers to entry and, as I just said, increases eligibility, but the eligibility is only available for certain types of assistance under the program, and this rule applies to emergencies and major disasters that are declared on or after March 22, 2024. So again, that date has been and gone, and we are in that period of time in which disasters declared will be have rules applied under this what do they call it? Forgive me. This reform in the final amendment requiring individual assistance or requesting individual assistance from FEMA, and this will include disasters on March the 22nd or any disasters that may take place after March the 22nd, 2024. So it looks like they've put some, and FEMA is all about preemptive measures rather, preparedness, being ready for the eventuality of some disaster. So is this sort of reform to the assistance process, is this preemptive to assist a wide-scale mass disaster refugee population, people that have been displaced, separated, or injured from the result of whatever natural disaster might take place, now do not have to wait in line and go through a long, lengthy process to gain assistance from FEMA. They can do it and pretty much activate it immediately in real time. And this is where it does get creepy, guys, and this is where we get our first and one of the very, very few articles on the internet at the moment regarding the 2024 National Mass Care Exercise, May 2024, there in brackets, and it does go on to say that the National Mass Care Exercise of 2024 is called Keystone 6 and will be held in Shippensburg, Pennsylvania, on May the 21st to the 23rd, 2024 on the Gregorian. And the disaster scenario that they are training for will involve large-scale impacts cascading across the region and the need for mass care services for up to 100,000 plus people. Pennsylvania will be standing up a Commonwealth managed shelter and activating operational planning mass care task force for feeding, sheltering, disability integration, reunification, household pets, distribution of emergency supplies, and housing. Sign up to receive updates and registration information here and read more about it. At Mass Care in Pennsylvania at www.dhs.pa.gov/massacre. And tell me that doesn't look like massacre there, folks, at a quick glance. And just a heads up, that isn't the DHS, the Department of Homeland Security. That is the Department of Human Services. Now, there is some more in this article I'm not going to read because I have read it many, many times before, over and over, in the FEMA files, which is a far more comprehensive and deeper dig into FEMA activity, what goes on behind the doors at our fine friends at the Federal Emergency Management Agency, including an awful lot of information regarding this national level exercise taking place in a little over 2.5 weeks' time, and some very sinister findings regarding Keystone, regarding the Department of Human Services, and as well as to go with the disturbing findings of from our friends, our fine friends, I must add, at FEMA there. So I am going to roll this down to the bottom. For those of you who want to read along, you can stop and start this video at your leisure and absorb this information if you like. It is a short and sweet video. It can't really even be described as a surface skim. It is really and truly to draw your attention, if you haven't already been notified or alerted by the mass care national level exercise called Keystone 6, about to take place a little later on in this month of May 2024. And as you can see, it's quite a long article, and yet more noise pollution provided by yet another noisy truck. So those of you who do have the noise pollution bingo card and are playing along, you have already crossed off 3 things on the list. All we need is a rambunctious child screaming and shouting, but no, we get another noisy dog. So double up on a noisy dog on the balcony for your noise pollution bingo card stamping purposes and priorities. But the dual purpose of this short and sweet video about the Keystone 6 national level exercise mass care strategy preparedness planning about to take place in the month of May 2024 was to act as a little bit of a teaser trailer for more factual deep digging intense concise research and investigations into our fine friends in FEMA, where we do look a little bit more extensively and dig an awful lot deeper beyond the surface of the articles in question regarding Keystone 6, the national level exercise, which I am scrolling up to finish up as the final shot of the screen. And there you go, guys. National mass care exercise called Keystone 6 will be held in Shippensburg. And as I said, this is hopefully acting in the dual purpose as a teaser trailer. So if you do want to know more about our fine friends at FEMA, and you are interested in knowing exactly a little bit more as to what is involved with this national mass care exercise Keystone 6, taking place 21st to the 23rd of May 2024, then tune in to FEMA Files on NoOneWatchesArDee, at time of recording, a ongoing series that still has full purpose as a teaser trailer. So if you do want to know more about our fine friends at FEMA, and you are interested in knowing exactly a little bit more as to what is involved with this national mass care exercise Keystone 6, taking place 21st to the 23rd of May 2024, then tune in to FEMA Files on NoOneWatchesArDee, at time of recording, a ongoing series that still has 4 parts to run, and at the moment parts 1, 2 and 3 are uploaded on my channel, and at time of recording parts 2 and 3 have yet to be aired and are remaining to be premiered. So if you get your act in gear and watch this video fast enough, maybe you will be able to tune in to those premieres live and get far more facts and information from the horse's mouth, from government documents and PDFs and websites, all about our fine friends at FEMA. And particularly part 2 of the FEMA Files does have an awful lot of information about the national mass care exercise Keystone 6, as well as the Department of Human Services, and a little bit more of a discovery of the Keystone Human Services. So teaser trailing dual purposes aside, noisy dog providing the 3rd installment of noise pollution up on the balcony is the indication that it is time to go, RD. Wrap this up, and let's commence with the outro pleasantries, which, as I always, to advise you all to take care until the next one. May the force be with us all, and more importantly, let's be excellent to each other. Until then, and this is RD signing out for now. We will see you in the next one here at No One Watches RD.
Boo, sit. Good dog.
Be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes!
Hey, Luke. May the force be with you.
All right. Take care now. Bye-bye then.